First of all, it's interesting having listened for the last couple of minutes, because you feel a little bit like the patient in the bed, in the hospital bed with the curtain wrapped around you, and you're listening to the consultants outside and they're trying to decide, are you healthy and will you stay alive? So I think it's good that there's a practical aspect of it, because ultimately we're the practitioners of local government. I think secondly, politicians are not some subspecies that act in a different way. If lecturers or doctors or teachers were elected in a 5-year cycle, their natural habit would be to look at short-term thinking and all of the criticisms that we have of the system. So the system we design should automatically counterbalance that. Okay, so the system we should design, we have to have the democratic part, so the system should counteract that. I think the second thing is that we have a broken local government system. It's not working. Okay, we can't make decisions and we're not retaining talent. In Dublin City Council, in the last 2 electoral terms, we've lost in each time 30% of the people who are elected to the council. Okay, that's a huge problem for officials, for councillors, and for the relationships you build up. I use this example all the time when he's not in the room, but now that Kevin Humphreys is here, I'll have to continue to use the same example. Kevin Humphreys was the leader of the Labour group when I was first elected. If he, as leader of the Labour group, the largest party, and the mayor was combined, and he had been elected for a 5-year term in Dublin City Council, would he ever have gone to the Dáil, okay, and ultimately became a minister? And what influence would he have had as a minister or as a mayor of Dublin for the 5 years? And I'm sorry to use you, Kevin, you're in the room, but I use that example all the time because I think a lot of people would stay in the local government system if they did. Now I'm going to just rapidly jump through it. The system needs more input into the executive decisions, and we need to have more power at the local level. I come up from 2 perspectives. I was a member of the colloquium that nearly got us to the point where directly elected mayor. I was very enthusiastic at that point. I'm still enthusiastic because I think it's better than the current system we have. But a bit like Owen's talk, I'm coming to the view that perhaps a directly elected mayor with a strong cabinet in our existing system could actually achieve the same results. And so I speak with the other hat on, as I'm currently Chair of Enterprise and Economic Development in Dublin City Council, where, unlike in the last term, I actually do have a huge input into the decision-making process, the local economic and community plan. I was the backbencher, I am the kind of the minister role now, and I can see the great potential for that within the system. And that's all in our gift. If we elected one mayor for the 5-year periods, okay, they would have the visibility, they would have all the current powers and the position to expand it. We would need no change in legislation, and the deputy mayors could continue to carry out the civil role. The problem with that is it doesn't address the balance between national and local power sharing, and the only way that will happen is when we have a strong voice and that we fight a cross-party caucus. And I think in the new Dáil term, perhaps we can do that. Perhaps Dublin TDs from cross-parties can come together and see how, as a caucus, they can fight for more power in Dublin. Thank you. One last point, Pat. You've had it. The other option would be for us to go down the route of a directly elected county manager, okay, where we keep all of the current system, but we directly elect a county manager, okay, and that option may be more palatable than the theoretic directly elected mayor.
Thanks, Paul.